Hello and welcome to my channel. We have been going through all the different types of a D major scale, following the caged system. We had a C-type down here, we had an A-type, a G-type and E-type. And we did different exercises in each one, and I told you can use the exercises, of course, in all the different types. The one that we still have to do is D-type, going up from E-type to D-type. This is a little bit tricky if you play in a guitar that doesn't have a cutaway, like an acoustic guitar. So I figured we're going to do D-type in a different key, which also opens us up to doing all these exercises in other keys. Instead of D major, we're going to do A major. We're going down, taking out D-type to C, a whole step down, to B, a half step down, and then another whole step down to A. So now we're basically in 7th position. And the fingering for the major scale in this position is, I'm going to start outside of the position so that you can hear the tonality better. We're going to do A major. This is our A's. This would be playing an A major chord here. The A7 chord, we had that for the blues, would be here. Our major scale is, if I start up here, and now I go right into 7th position. So now I have 7 on the E string, 9 on the E string, and 10. 7 and 9 on A, 6, 7 and 9 on the D, 6, 7 and 9 on D, 7, 9, 10 on B, and 7, 9, 10 on the high E. That is one way people play this. They go so we have a position switch in there. Another way that I want to do in this episode is we go the same way, 7, 9, 10, but then we have a stretch. We do 7, 9, 11, 7, 9, 11, 7, 9, and the top is the same. 7, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10. Okay, so that would be like this. Relating it to my A major chord here. So this is the one we're going to be using, and we did thirds, we did triads. I want to finish this out on this one with doing 4-note chords. 4-note chords can be a little bit strange to play on the guitar because there's so many different ways, again, similar to the triads. A 4-note chord I build by putting another third on top of my triad, and then if I would be going up in the scale, I could go up like this. I always play on the lowest 3 strings, but this is not what we're doing today. I just wanted to show you how the 4-note chords can be constructed. So what we're going to do is an exercise here where we do 4-note chords in this position of the fingering. It's going to sound like this. You see, I skipped a note for my third, I skipped another note, and then I skipped this high note, this stretch note, and went here. So I have 7 and 10 on the E string, 9 on the A string, and 7 on the D string. And then I go on to the next note in the scale. I start on 9, and now I have 2 on the A string, the 7 and the 11, and I reach 9 on the D string. So my first 2 will be, and continuing up like that is, just resolving it to an A major chord again so that you can hear how it connects. If you watched the theory episode that we did, you know that these were different 4-note chords. In each major scale, we have 2 major 7 chords, 3 minor 7 chords, a dominant chord, and a minor 7 flat 5 chord. So those were all in there. But for now, for practicing the scales, we don't have to know exactly what it is. It helps if we know. We want to just train this fingering and really know the fingering to be able to improvise with that. So let me do what I just did with the metronome at 82. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, as I did with the triads, I can just go backwards and do the same thing, playing 4-note chords up. Let me play it coming down, putting the metronome at 96. And now what we did with the triads, also going up one, coming down the other one. Let's see how that sounds. Put it at 100. Again, now I resolved it to an A major chord in E-type position, so down here on the 5th fret, just to relate the whole scale to a chord again. So this is some ways that you can practice your 4-note chords. The last one we could maybe do is going down one, coming up the next one, so I'll be like that. Let me see this. What we're doing really is playing arpeggios. We're playing arpeggiated 4-note chords. But we're not concerning ourselves so much with what the chords exactly are. We're just working on really knowing the fingering for a major scale in D-type position. Eventually you will know what you're playing. We could explain that this is a B minor 7 chord. It's a C sharp minor 7 chord. It's a D major 7 chord. E7 chord, F sharp minor 7 chord, G sharp minor 7 flat 5, and then A major chord. So these are all in there, but right now you don't have to concern yourself so much with the names of them. You just want to get them under your fingers and coordinate your right and left hand to know this fingering of the major scale as well. What this will lead to, hopefully, is that you know this fingering well enough that you can improvise with it, and you use it on playing on some backing tracks that you know are in A major, if you want to do this position, but of course you can move it around to different keys. And then, knowing what you know about the scale, you know you can play it going up or going down, just one note after the other. You know to do the 3 notes sequences, 4 notes. You know your thirds, and you know your triads. And And now you also know your 4-note chords. You can go. You're going to be able to play just a melody going. And then go. So I just went up in the scale, and then I threw in a quick 4-note chord, so I get variety in I can play long notes, and then throw a couple of 4-note chord arpeggios in there. Have fun practicing all these different ways of playing a major scale. And remember to use whichever exercise we had in one position also in the next position and the next. When you feel comfortable in one key or with one fingering, go to the next one. Everybody has their own way that they get more out of these exercises. So find your way and enjoy practicing. I see you soon.